All right. Welcome to Dre41 and Frot Talk Wednesday Night War. Dre, how you been?
Oh, we recording. Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. I'm starting out fresh, man.
Chilling.
Chill.
Just got off of work. Wonderful day.
Seriously?
It is what it is.
Yeah, I had a fun day. I'm on hiatus. Got rear-ended big time yesterday, so yeah, it's just fun. Anyway,
Uh,
it was a hit and run. That was the best part. So
I had the
let's
same thing happen to me, so it is what it is.
really,
Yep.
dude. This dude smashed the shit out of my car. I'll send you pictures later. It was crazy. Um, all right, so we're gonna discuss in short. Hopefully, if people respond to this, then we can do it live because we used to do those rants and reviews live, and those were always fun. So hopefully, this can gain momentum as well. And everybody knows me and Dre hadn't talked for a while, but we're talking. So we're cool, nothing bad, no blood. We want to get something started where people could talk, get a talk going, which is based off of actual fans, not, Stone Cold, Jim Ross, or any other person who, works in the business. Because it really matters what we think. You know what I mean? Not always what they think. But, all
Mm-hmm.
right. So I watched the AEW first. And I was watching. You want to start it out? I was watching
I
the
mean,
SC.
I thought it was supposed to be me doing the AEW thing.
Oh no, well no, we both do it. Well, I took notes. It's all good. I wanna come correct with this
You're
shit.
trying to steal my thunder, but it's all right.
Thunder, I'm the
So
lightning. You the thunder.
I'm what I'm gonna do on my end is just do a quick review, and then a quick review. You can do a quick review, then we go in depth. So
Oh okay.
at the beginning of the night, 8-man tag team matches I really don't like. It's just too many people. I know it's to get 2 wins, for 2 teams, and I understand that. But it was the Young Bucks and SCU going up against the Hybrid 2, and the Acclaim. Number one, I hate the Acclaim. I hate when they rap. It's very cringy. I literally mute the television
It's like a
every time they come
baby.
out.
That
I
dude is so
can't.
creepy
Like,
looking.
I can't. Like, their gear looks bad. I don't like the way they rap. I just don't like the
Oh,
Acclaim. Then
The hair looks bad or the gear?
the gear looks bad.
Yeah, they
Their
look like
gear
Bianca
looks bad. I
Belair.
I just don't
Yeah.
I don't like it. It reminds me of the honky tonk man's gear, because it's like, how y'all
Honky.
rapping, but y'all have um like old school like gear that looks like whatever. I hate the Acclaim. They lost. It's wonderful. The Young Bucks and SCU won. Frankie Kazarian cut that little stupid promo, and I hate when they cut promos with their tag team partner and they're looking directly at their tag team partner and right next to each other. Frankie, stop looking at him. Look at the damn camera. Look at the hard camera. Stop looking at Christopher Daniels. I hate that. But nonetheless,
Yeah,
they get the W.
that's
Then
funny.
after that, they do a little nonsense thing with John Moxley, his return, tonight, which I wish he would have brought the United States Heavyweight Championship, but whatever.
Huh?
Or I wish Kenta would have had. What you mean?
Okay, okay.
He's
All right,
still the
now.
United States champion for New Japan. And I
Oh,
wish Kenta would have did a promo, because John Moxley did a promo for Wrestle Kingdom, but whatever. It is what it is. Somehow they're gonna have to put that together. Then backstage, it was best friends. Well, not all of best friends, because Trent is injured, so he's out. I think they said for like 5 or 6 months or something like that.
and he's the only one that can
So
wrestle in the group.
yeah, well, wow. So Miro and his best friend, I forget, Kip Sabian, come interview come interfere in his interview, or interrupt his interview, and he's saying, Trent was my young boy, and I want to face you. Basically, the book a match where they face each other, and if Chuck loses, he's Miro's young boy up until the day Kip Sabian gets married, which doesn't make any
God.
sense, but whatever, because they didn't even book a date for the wedding.
And can you believe he left
So
the storyline in WWE for this shit? Like, really? Come
I
on.
mean, they're
It's
doing more with
terrible.
them.
Well, I took notes and I have Miro equals clown in capital letters. Still can't cut promo.
Well,
Okay.
it is
Yeah,
what it
he's
is.
terrible. He's a monster.
Jake
Treat like a
Hager.
monster.
It was Inner
Anyway.
Circle versus Inner Circle, which kind of
Ooh.
goes against what Chris Jericho said, because Chris Jericho said Inner Circle never faced each other, and now they broke that rule. So Jake Hager going up against Wardlow. Wardlow gets the victory, which I feel a little bit weird about, unless they're really trying to do something with Wardlow or a storyline. But which is funny, because when Wardlow won, the next scene with the Inner Circle had Jake Hager, but whatever, it is what it is.
I'll give you
Once
my thought
again,
on that later. Yeah.
Wardlow with the victory. Then Matt Hardy backstage with Private Party. I don't like Matt Hardy's gimmick. I don't. It's kind of dumb. Basically him trying to get money out of um Private Party, which is so stupid. It's like, oh, I'll be your manager, but I need percentage. What? Like we all work for the same company. How are you my manager if we all work for the same company? It
It's
doesn't
WWE
make sense. That's a
storylines.
conflict of interest. But
He's
it
still
is
on
what it
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So they do, which is this is even dumber. I don't even understand. Like, I feel like this kind of buries the TNT champion, but they do the damn
Uh huh.
women's,
Uh
and
huh.
it's like he's 100 pounds less than the challenger, and it's like, oh my god. And then it's just another reason for Sting to come out, stand there, stare at Darby Allin for a little bit, and walk
Uh.
off. And it's just like, it's cool. It is what it is. This is just a synopsis of what happened. I'll go into detail later. Then MJF was backstage with a cameraman. He wanted to talk to Jake Hager. I already spoke about that. Uh, Another interview with Jurassic Express. Marco, basically wanted
Dante
to
Growth.
team up with Jungle Boy against FTR. FTR got to win. If they lose, I feel some type of way about that. Then it was in the main event. Cody Rhodes with Snoop Dogg in his corner, going up against Matt Sydal. You already knew Cody Rhodes was going to win this match. It was just
So dumb.
we're doing a show
Yeah.
together, so
Uh.
you could have put a jobber honestly
Oh.
against him instead
Did
of
you
Matt
see?
Sydal taking
Did
the
you
L.
see? Did you see Cody's botch? He botched big time. Like right in the
I
beginning.
honestly don't remember that.
She went to a Hurricane Rana from the side. It was on the hard camera, and he totally ruined it. Like,
Oh, I don't think I remember seeing that
it was
one.
right in the beginning.
Oh, and oh yeah, after that, because that wasn't it. It was the AEW Women's Championship, Sheeta versus Abaddon, which I feel like
So
I'll talk about that
dumb.
later. But Abaddon took the L. Hikaru Shida retained the championship. It is what it is. Um, Ty Conti was backstage with Dark Order. Who cares? um,
The Dork Order.
Basically just whatever they wanted to get the championship. I hate the NWA title. It looks like a toy. I hate it. Um, then it was the AEW World Heavyweight Championship match. Kenny Omega going up against Ray Phoenix. Of course, Kenny Omega was going to win. I already, because I made a mistake and found out that Luke and sorry, Gallows and Anderson was going to
Yeah,
interfere,
I actually
and
it came up on my
oh
feed. That's
yeah,
like that's not good. I hate that. It comes up on your feed and it
yeah,
fucking ruins it.
and it all culminates to a quote
Waiting to see it
unquote
win.
Bullet Club
Um,
reunion, which it really can't be the Bullet Club, but whatever. I
it's a
wonder
booty
they would
club.
probably call themselves the Elite. I don't know.
Booty
So
club.
that was about it for the AEW synopsis from last night. What's yours on NXT?
NXT, for the most part, was really good. Had really good matches. Once again, it's a problem I have with AEW now. NXT copying, which NXT never did this, and it pisses me off. But now they are since AEW is a thing. Their matches are way too damn long. Way too damn. There's no reason. 10, 15 minutes. You have tons of roster. You got tons of people. I mean, I would have liked to seen Pillman on AEW. You have it. Fill the space with people, not the same matches. It's just, it's annoying. So, first match. Why? Why in hell would you have the a main event caliber match? My God, that was a good match. That was pay per view quality match. This should have been a quick double DQ, but no. They had Damian Priest versus Karrion Cross, and honestly, it was like what a big man match should be, and it was brutal, and it had a great ending. The ending was awesome. It was perfect. Um, and then you had Santos versus Grand Metalik. Metalik did all the high flying. Santos looks great. He has it all down. He could do it in the ring, but he's slow and methodical. Uh, Honestly, Lince Dorado looked like a beast at ringside. He looked in phenomenal shape, almost as if like, why is he on the outside and Lince on the like inside? It doesn't make sense. And
Mm.
then they cut to, and we'll talk more about that. And then you got Xia Li, dude. I know her storyline might seem a little doofy. Comes out with the whole Chinese thing, but dude, she looks like a mini beast. Like she would take Marco Stunt and just Mortal Kombat style. I mean, she looked great, and the finish. Oh, I mean, you talk about ham and
Trouble in
egger,
Paradise.
dude. No, dude, when she kicked her, dude, she kicked her, dude.
That was
That
the
chick,
Trouble in
that
Paradise.
no, but when she hit her, dude, that connected. Like
I know it hit her because her
that
head
that
was
that
back.
that ham and egger was not prepared, and she was literally a ham and egger. That was just pathetic. But regardless, she looks awesome, and I'm actually looking forward now to her. She don't look small and like she looks badass. And then you have Gonzalez versus Ripley. I don't go through the backstage stuff when they're talking and all the little stuff because in NXT it wasn't really much. And when it came to a lot of the commercials, I did this with AEW too. I don't watch commercials and watch the wrestling while it's happening because to me, growing up, that's when they take a break and they regroup. So this way they can, when it comes back on TV, then they could go and they don't look like they're gasping for air. And you know what I mean? And the matches aren't that long because you know what I mean? So anyway, Gonzalez versus Ripley. Started out strong, beating each other up. Then it got a little ridiculous. Did the whole thing with the cage, with the handcuffed her, ripped, and you could clearly see later that it was plastic. But it really like I'm glad that Gonzalez won because Ripley got her over, but not without beating her ass and getting her ass destroyed. That was a great match with Big Woman, but once again, like Karrion Kross and Damian Priest, it was main event quality. It should have been held for later. This should have set up for a feud down the line when it comes to a title. And then you had Dakota Kai come in. She got stuffed in a locker. Come on, dude, that was great. I mean, that was hilarious. And the locker was small, and she just like shoved her ass in there. Would have been better if she put a padlock, but I'm sure that probably would have not went well. And then you had that since they didn't have that match because Timothy Thatcher was hurt. They filled it in with this Gargano storyline. I mean, this is a problem I have with AEW. They're just giving Sting millions of dollars, this and this, and you got people, right? Like, why is it drawing a blank? I guess because I'm doing this a lot, like with you, trying to run through this quick. But who's the guy with Gargano? Oh my God, what is his name?
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. Why doesn't AEW sign someone like that that's on Indies? This guy, WWE's wasting him. They should have snagged this guy. This guy is deaf. This guy's like a
Something
Lance.
happened. I forget what it was, but something happened where they had to take him out the storyline with Seth.
No, I know, but like what I'm saying is though, he's actually a guy that would fit in so great in AEW that you could put him against Kenny Omega and have a phenomenal match. And the guy's young and he could be like a protege. And I mean, there's something about this guy. And to do these stupid little skits, you know what I'm saying? And then having this filler tag match, honestly, I didn't watch it. I fast forward through it because, I mean, they took on who? Shotzi Black Shits, Black Farts. Did you know? Did you know? No, did you know that she sold pictures of her poo for $5 on online? Yeah,
Oh my God, we're
at
not talking
WWE.
about that. We're
But
not talking
my
about
point
that.
is to me, she came in strong when she first came in WWE. But now, whenever she's out there, it's just dumb. Like he takes a shot from her tank in the nuts. Come on, that's getting a little too. So I kind of fast forward through. I fast forward to that because there's no point. There's no rhyme or reason. It's literally filler. And Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory and Johnny's wife are better than that. So to me, that was just a waste of time. And then you had the main event: Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor. I kind of missed the Demon. Feeling like Finn's kind of getting a little old, like literally, not just looking wise, but like old, and he needs a group. He needs something. He needs more because they don't show him enough, but also because he's not Hulk Hogan. He doesn't get on TV and wow me like, well, George, this and this. He does his thing, and then he's gone for like 2 weeks. It's just dumb. The match was what it was expected. It was a title match, quality title match. It was very to the mat, low grade, brutal as hell. And of course, honestly, because they watch it since it's live, AEW and NXT watch each other. And NXT went over time. I don't know why they didn't say, all right, you know what, just put the title on Kyle. Because in AEW, no titles changed hands, and it would have been cool if it did, beginning of the year, started a whole thing, really mix it up. And NXT didn't either. So to me, that let me down on both shows. So, what do you want to get into first, real quick, as far as
Um,
shows?
so I mean, not to go into every little fine detail. Just the big moments for me with AEW was number one. I'm gonna say the women's championship match. My
Uh,
thing is I really feel like Abaddon. is a great character. I feel like they haven't fleshed her out enough to warrant her winning the championship. But the one thing I can say about that is if they feel like they haven't fleshed out her character enough to be champion, don't put her in these title matches. Stop doing that. Keep
Yeah.
building her up. I know her character really doesn't talk much. I watched a lot of her stuff from before she got signed to AEW, and she was usually with the faction, and she was more or less like the juggernaut of the
She was
group.
on
Where
Impact, right?
no, she was never on Impact.
Oh, you sure?
You got her confused with someone completely. Sue Young, you're probably thinking of, but so for Abaddon to lose again, and mind you, this is not her first loss to Hikaru Shida. Like she lost before last year. So it's like, okay, stop. Just stop having her face um Hikaru Shida. And then first off, you bite somebody on the neck to cause them to bleed, they're not kicking out of a damn thing. They are going to let you get the pin so they can get medical attention. So that whole biting the neck thing, stop it. Honestly.
I
If it's not
honestly
going to
think,
stop the match,
yeah,
don't use it.
I honestly think that I mean, just wrestling Kushida or whatever her name is, she, Abaddon didn't look good. She didn't really look good. I mean, it didn't. She didn't really connect with her shots, and I just felt like it's like, how long has this girl been wrestling? I mean, because you obviously know more than that. That's why we're doing this, because you know more AEW guys and indie stuff than I do. But to me, it just felt like she was. I agree with you. A character like that can be like their female Undertaker if done right.
Mhm.
But I think they buried her already by making her lose. You can't do
I'm gonna
that.
say that she's. I'm not gonna say that they buried her because whenever she does lose, Hikaru Shida the only person who beat her is the champion. That's the only
Yeah,
person who beat Abaddon.
yeah.
So I mean, that still shows that she is a credible threat. The two losses that she has in AEW is to the women's champion. So it's not. I'm not having an issue with the loss. I'm just having an issue with how they're booking her to get into these feuds. It's like use that with somebody else.
Yeah.
Um, like
She's like a Brock
if
Lesnar.
Abigail,
She's like a
she
character that you
could
don't want
be.
to see all the
She
time. But when you
yeah.
see her, she wins big and she just messes with people like the
And
Undertaker did when he first
it
started.
should be like the fear that people have when they do face the Undertaker because she used different aspects of the Undertaker, like the sit up, the Michael Myers
Uh,
sit up or the
uh,
Jason sit up, like she
I
does
feel
that.
I feel like she should have somebody with her, like Paul Bearer type or
No,
something.
I think she should stand alone because she's a big enough character. I think
Uh,
eventually they're gonna have to get her to talk.
uh,
Um, Another thing, I'm not even gonna talk about Cody Rhodes in that match because that was a throwaway match
oh
just
my
for the
god.
TV show.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
even gonna talk about that.
And Macedel did
Um,
look great though. Got to say that he looked great.
he did, but he always does, and not. But still, he was in a throwaway match. Another match. Let me see. I don't want to talk about the Jake Hager joint.
I'm so. Oh,
Um,
the first match, real quick. I think that SCU looked great. I mean, they're on point, and the two other guys on the other side too. I'm trying to think what it is. Is it
the
them?
Acclaim.
No, somebody looked good. Well, no, the guys you don't like, they actually looked better in the ring. I mean, the one dude, the short guy, the high flyer, he was okay, but it just felt like in the first match, like as if they got thrown out there and they weren't ready because obviously SCU, who were professionals, to break them up, I understand because Christopher Daniels wants to retire, but like, I mean, they were the only ones that looked crisp. Everybody else, it looked so. It's like everybody, and throughout the entire show, it felt like everybody was doing the same moves. I was like, wait, I saw this today.
Mm,
Everybody diving over the
I
top.
can't say all
Everybody,
that.
like everybody had to do a high spot. Like, come on, man,
But
come on.
that's what they do in tag team matches. That's what you have to like.
Uh,
Okay, so if you're just watching WWE or if you're used to
no, I
how
feel the same with
WWE
them. I feel
books
the same with
matches,
them. I
I
feel the same with
understand.
them.
But what I'm saying is, it's like they are always going to have their matches booked differently, and it's
Yeah.
always going to be more of an action movie as opposed to a suspense thriller or like a stoic type of story. So that's something you have to get acclimated with when watching AEW. So I really don't. I can't. I can't compare two different companies that one company makes an attempt every night to be different.
Uh,
So I can't compare the two because one is trying to be different than the
but
other
you
as
gotta
opposed.
have. But if you're gonna be a different show, your wrestlers should have a similar style, not be all over the place, because then it doesn't match with the
But
people
that's
they're
the
wrestling.
thing that it's supposed to be. It's like
Uh,
the pro wrestling gorilla kind of stylized match. That's what the Young Bucks
and that went
are
under.
known
So
for. It,
yeah,
oh my goodness, but it's succeeding because they have a wide market and people who watch it. When you have over 1 million people who watch it in this type of climate for wrestling in America, that means you're doing something right.
yeah.
Um, Another thing, and I'm not, going to go too long on this, but the AEW Championship. All right, so it's cool to sit there and get these type of matches where you see like a mid card, upper mid card guy like Ray Phoenix in these type of matches, but I never go into it thinking he's going to win, and
And that
I
sucks.
feel like that's a problem because
Yeah.
that's it's you're going into it with the idea like, oh, it's going to be a great match. He's going to do good, but he's going to lose to Kenny Omega.
But even
And there wasn't
if he
no.
would have won it and lost it on Impact before AEW the next week, that would still be fine because of how, dude, Phoenix was awesome, dude. That I think next to the Karrion Cross match, I think both together, I enjoyed them for the styles that they were. But dude, Kenny, he didn't sell how many fucking triggers did he give him? V triggers, like 9. Come on,
I,
there's a point when you gotta just, dude. And that move, I am sorry, that was the perfect way for him to win a title. When he jumped in and gave him in that flying aerial fucking RKO, that should have ended it. That would have been like the place would have went, what? I mean, I popped. I'm
but
like, it's
that's
gotta
not.
be over, and it wasn't. I'm like,
But that's the
oh,
thing. That's not his finisher.
yeah,
You
no, but
know,
that would have been
like
great. That was a
no,
fucking
it would
amazing
have
move.
been. But it's the thing is, and that's another thing that I do have with AEW is they use too many big moves, um,
Yeah.
and they kick out too much.
Oh my
And
god.
I can understand kicking out of smaller moves. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But when they start kicking out of these like huge, big impact move, it's like, all right, man. Like, all right, take
Dude,
this L.
to rewind real quick. That part with Cody Rhodes, that match. I have to say this. I'm sorry, sellout. I mean Snoop Dogg, dude. That was the worst move, dude. Like,
He's
oh,
not a wrestler.
he
I'll let
David
that slide.
Arquetted. He just David Arquetted wrestling. It was
No, he
so
didn't.
terrible.
It
He,
was bad, but I'm not gonna say that.
what is he? A
I'm
60 year
not
old
gonna say
guy
that.
jumping on top rope?
He's definitely not 60.
And then, dude, production crew needs to like go and have some coffee or lunch with WWE's production crew and not do 8 different angles of that shitty move. Like, my God, you can see it sucks. Don't keep repeating it. And they did that with a bunch of other moves that
Yeah,
looked okay, and they're exposing the business by doing the wrong
I'm
angles,
not gonna
man.
say all that. I'm not gonna say all that. What I will say is with that frog. I don't even want to talk about that match, but with that frog splash, it was just like,
It was so
all right,
bad.
Snoop, let us do something with you. Maybe you throw him to the
Oh,
ropes, you throw a clothesline,
yeah.
or something like that. Not a fucking splash because you
Jericho
never
was
did it
like,
before.
Jericho's
You're
like,
gonna
he's
be
9 feet
scared.
tall. Why is he on the
Yeah,
rope?
like he's gonna be scared and he's not gonna pull it off right, and that's what happened. So I give him kudos for trying it for the first time
Yeah.
and doing it. I give him kudos for that because a lot of these stars who come, just for a little check and they won't do it. So I give him kudos for that. But next time, just do like a clothesline,
Who would you
DDT.
say? Who would you say was the star of the night, and who would you say is the star in the making? Who's
Of
underutilized?
Dynamite, and
Who's
in the making is
underutilized?
Darby. Darby Allen is a star in the
Darby?
making,
No,
and I
no, he's already a star.
listen.
He's already a star.
No, 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 not
No.
yet, not yet. But I can sit there and say because I've seen him wrestle live, and I've seen how crowds react to him live, and he is definitely a star in the making. The star of the
Uh,
night, I would have to give. I mean, this seems like a cop out, but I'm gonna have to go with Kenny Omega because um he's putting together AEW's Bullet Club,
yeah,
and
but it's not a good
he'll
Bullet
be the
Club
leader
though.
of that. I'm not. Whoa! First off,
No
it's the same members.
Shinsuke,
It
no
was
AJ, no
Shinsuke
Finn.
was
It's
never
not.
in Bullet Club.
I thought he was.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
I thought he was.
When was he ever
No,
in
well, what
Bullet
they
Club?
should
What the
do
hell is
if they
he?
want to make it legit and they want to do a bowl club, what they need to do is they need to either get Tamatonga. They need to get Tamatonga out of his contract. They can buy,
What you?
and I didn't notice.
They're not. That's the that's God's father. Like, why would he do that?
I
That
don't
doesn't
know.
even make sense.
I don't know.
He would never do that.
Well, I
No,
think
it's
Phoenix. I
fine.
think Phoenix looked a lot better at Kenny Omega. His V trigger. He missed a lot of the times. I'm like, what is he doing? Sticking his dick in his face. I mean, it wasn't really. it just felt like he was more showing his emotions. I love that name that Jim Cornette gives him, Twinkle Toes McFingerbang. He's all about the cha 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 cha. As where Phoenix was everywhere. I think Phoenix did too many moves. He didn't save anything for another time. But
But that's what he does. That is that
that was a
pro
great
wrestling gorilla mentality.
that shit he did was good. But I think the star in the making, dude, has to go to Wardlow. Dude, he
No, he's
manhandled.
not.
Dude,
Nah.
he manhandled Hager more than Big
It
Show did.
doesn't matter. He's just a big
Uh,
guy. Until
uh,
until he goes in there and actually shows off what he can really do, and I mean like in a barn burner type of matchup with
oh yeah,
Jake
well,
Hager, what you see is what you get. You're not gonna get the high profile type of
uh,
matches from Jake Hager. That's just not what he does. That's not his
but
style. And
you
that's
can
not taking
agree.
away anything from him.
You can agree after MJF went in the locker room, Hager's pretty much gone. They're gonna kick him out because he lost to Wardlow. He's done.
No, they're not. Why would they do that? He's
Uh,
undefeated in MMA. It brings legitimacy to the inner circle. Why would they kick out somebody who brings legitimacy
I
to
don't
the
know because
group?
somebody's got to get booted out because when these type of
No,
things
they
happen,
don't.
things like that
It
happen,
could be
man.
as easy as they fought. It's over with. Cool. Let's keep it pushing.
Mm,
That's
people
simple.
remember. Everybody listening, remember, I said it. They're gonna kick Hager out.
Right. But
Well, just so he could go
yeah, I
train
think
more for better fights. I think give him time
I,
off.
I don't know about all that, but all right, we'll run with that. So, what is your in-depth review of NXT or your
My in-depth
top
review.
matches?
My in-depth review. I honestly think, to be honest, as far as things being done, I think NXT had two good matches that could basically. I mean, because I think the Santos uh, Metalik match was actually
He not okay.
it
One thing
was
I
it
just
was
want to
the third
interrupt.
best match. The third best
One
match.
one thing,
Third best.
he's not even a real cruiserweight champion. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but then I think honestly that they should have had the carrying cross Damian Priest match for last because dude
Yeah,
when he said I'm still standing bitch, he fucked him up. Dude, that hit from behind, that I mean they both sold everything. It was brutal. Honestly, it should have been a type of match for a title. It was great to see. Hopefully, we see it again and they have more in their thing. I love Karrion Cross for this fact. I did a lot of research on him, heard him in interviews. He does his own theme stuff. He comes up with his own stuff. He created himself. Nobody did it, and he did so well. Triple H is actually letting him do a lot of that stuff now. Hopefully, when he gets the main roster, Vince is off,
God, he
off,
doesn't
off
need to get
somewhere.
to the main roster.
No,
He
when the time
doesn't.
comes. But when the time comes, hopefully he
Hopefully
does,
Vince is dead when that happens.
because he's the next. I would have to say he's
Don't
the
say
next.
it. Don't say it.
I would have to say he's the next Triple
Don't say it.
H.
No,
No.
he's not.
Listen. No. Listen. Because he's like all the stories we've ever heard about Triple H and Shawn Michaels and the Click. He would have been perfect for the Click. He thinks about wrestling. He talked about it, this and this, on the interview with. You can watch it on Chris Van Vliet, and he talked about it. This is before he went to WWE. And he said basically like he does his own stuff. He thinks about this and this. He choreographs it. He does the stories, the music, blah blah blah. He's so in depth. He cares like the Undertaker cared about his character. He cares. He says
But
he
that doesn't
has the
matter.
look. He has the look. He has the ability. His moves look good. He's got the facials. I think with more and more training as time goes on and on, as he gets better and better, I think if Vince has nothing to say about it, I think Triple H is going to keep him there long. And just like Triple H, I'm not saying he's going to be as high and great as Triple H. What I'm saying is he's going to be like Triple H in the sense where he's going to have good matches, this and this. No one's going to really complain. Things are going to be cool. And then what's going to happen is when he starts to retire, he's going to be like Triple H. I think he's going to be a guy backstage because I think he is like Finn Balor, a type of guy that you want to keep. Even Damian Priest so far. I mean, I think, you know, I would like to see them eventually together as like a group or something. I don't know. They have similar. I don't know.
Group.
I don't know. Well, you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying that these two guys like the match was so good that I could see them wrestling for WWE still 15 years from now, and I see Karrion Cross like retiring there because he's just so into it. His character, his thing, his moves, and his matches don't feel the same. Only when he's wrestling the same like jobbers. Otherwise, it has always seemed different. He doesn't give you the same run of the mill bullshit like a lot of these things do. Same high spot. You know, so it's fun watching him. Sometimes they're
Yeah,
short, but you know, I don't know. But anyway, that was great. Damian Priest, dude, that was funny. He's got the voice. He's menacing, kind of sounding. He's like, I'm still up, blah blah blah. You knocked me down. I mean, dude, it was great. The shit talking the match. I mean, come on. I think that was the best match out of all the matches, as far as quality goes, all around. As far as them both being on the same page, I didn't really see any botches, or maybe I was just so excited that I missed one or two. Did you see anything wrong with that match?
No, no botches. I don't look for stuff like that unless it's very apparent. Unless it sticks out like a sore thumb, I don't pay mind to it. Um,
Uh,
I would say with this feud, it's almost like Keith Lee going up against Dijakovic. It's almost like that.
what? No,
And what I mean
dude,
by
they
that
waited
is
for
you're
each
not
other.
listening. You're
That was
not
so
even
planned
listening.
out.
You're not even listening. What I'm saying is it's like that because it's two big men who are very athletic and can put on a good show. But where does it go? As opposed to it just being a showcase match. Because honestly, that's what it boils down to. It's a
Uh,
showcase match.
uh,
And if they pull out good matches as they can, do not have it just be a throwaway showcase match. Make it be a
uh.
feud. And if the feud gets hot enough, you got to get a championship in that match. You
Well,
have to eventually.
I like
And
how
and,
it
and
ended.
another thing, one more
Yeah,
quick thing. I
yeah.
seen I seen
Punishment
Damien.
Martinez.
I
Yeah.
yeah, punishment. I seen him wrestle live. He he's a high flyer. Like he can definitely move around the ring. So I would say eventually put a title between the two
Yeah.
and make it mean something with
Well,
those matches.
I wrote down here that the kickouts when like because they were beating each other so much, I had a little bout of like claustrophobia when he had his arm around him, holding his head, and he still kind of just barely got his arm up. I was like, I mean, they had me sucked into that match where I was like, I mean, personally, I think that match should have ended in a double DQ. I think
No, hell
why give your
no,
best no
no,
no no
no.
why
That's
give your
too much.
best match, like one of the best matches you've had on this company, the first match of the show. To me, that's just stupid. I don't know. I
Wait a
would save
minute.
that for
Whoa,
main
whoa,
event.
whoa. You said that's one of the best matches ever?
No, 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 no. I think that's one of the best matches for two big guys that haven't wrestled each other yet on the show, and it was a curtain jerker, and it was really good. It was really,
Listen,
really good.
okay. It doesn't matter what when it comes
It
on.
flowed. They were
You calling it a
brutal.
curtain jerker means you taking away from the match itself, and when it's not supposed to be that way. Like
Well, no, I know it
that
was for the
phrase
time.
curtain jerker is like
No, I know, but it was. It was the first match. Is a curtain jerker. That was a curtain jerker
no,
match.
it's
That should
not.
have been the main event. That should have been the main event.
You
Or
tripping?
Rhea Ripley should have been the main event because that match
Mm.
falling through the floor. I didn't like that. To me, that was like okay, that's passe. They do that too much, and you can see the mat there. It's just dumb. And she couldn't get up off a mat. Come on, that I thought was stupid, but it was good. She put her over. And dude, that Gonzalez, she looks great. She looks like Katie Seagal younger and like pissed off. Like when in Sons of Anarchy, it's like watching Gemma Young wrestling because she looks like Katie
Mm.
Seagal a little. But yeah, they're just I was like, wow, I think that was the second best match because it was like especially for being like a hardcore type thing. I mean, there was some dumb spots, but for the most part, they delivered. Um, and like I said, that Metalik match was probably the third good one because of the fact that he did a lot of flying, which is cool. It was fun to see. It was like, and it was safe and it looked good. I'm not being biased against AEW, but I stopped watching it, and when I watched it last night, and I literally just the only thing I skipped through was commercials. I recorded it, watched it this morning, bright eyed, bushy tailed, and I mean, everybody's standing there waiting for someone to jump, and
Listen,
in this, it
look,
didn't. That
goodness,
takes away from it.
this is the counter programming that AEW has. You cannot compare it to another product that they do not attempt to copy. You
No,
can't
no,
do
no, no,
that,
no,
man.
no, no, no. I'm saying for what they do, it's too noticeable. They need to hide it more. To me, in this match, they flew around, and it wasn't as noticeable. I wasn't thinking, oh, he's standing there waiting,
It's
so
not
it was
okay. So
good.
it's not okay. Here's my thought process on that type of spot, those tag team spots, is that the person who's doing the move where everybody is waiting for them, they need to be. And well, I never
In
stepped
place.
into a ring, so I can't sit there and say this, but I feel like they need to be more sure of what they're going to do and pull
Uh,
it off. If it's a
uh,
springboard, then and if that's where you're you're hesitating on, then just do a tope. Just jump over the ropes. Don't even use the ropes. Jump over them or do a suicide dive through them. Don't sit there and try to springboard all the time because that's why they end up waiting because they're standing there and it does look stupid.
Yeah.
But if they were quicker about okay, let me pull this move off fast, they
You don't think about it. Yeah. Now, what did you think of the main event? What did you think of the main event?
Okay.
I felt they could have done more, but I felt like it was a main event match. It was. Yeah.
It was a standard good NXT main event match. There wasn't anything in it where it stood out of anything else.
Yeah.
But and once again, it's kind of like it's. See, I'm not trying to bury nobody, and that's not the goal. But
you're going exactly where I was going. The first match was better.
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Oh?
It's a championship match. A championship match means more. You can never say a feud match. Well, no, that's not true.
No, that was a championship match the first time they wrestled. This was a rematch.
I'm not talking about the championship match. I'm talking about the first match crossing. You said that match was better. Like the championship.
I think it was. I think it had me going. Yeah, that should have been a title match. That was a good match.
Well, okay, but the thing with I'm not okay. I just if Kyle O'Reilly was it, I would feel better if he stepped away from Undisputed Era and been in that match, as opposed to being like third tier.
Third, think so?
Okay, it's Adam Cole, and then it's Roderick Strong, and then it's Kyle O'Reilly. That's how I feel. And I only say that based on the accolades that they've had, not only in NXT, but outside of NXT. Kyle O'Reilly never had a singles title in NXT yet. Roderick Strong has. And he had the tag team titles. So
O'Reilly gets hurt all the time.
Not Riley, Bobby Fish.
That's sad.
So that's why I say he's the third tier in there, because he never had a singles title. And it's not to take away anything from him. I'm just using it based on accolades. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So if he stepped away and was like, guys, let me, because this match is so important, and this is the build-up wise, let me step away and train. I still want to be with Undisputed Era, but for right now, let me just do this solo. Then right there, it would have been like, all right, cool. Like, he's stepping out on his own. He's doing it on his own. Cool. But for me, and this is another thing that I feel like they need to change. The Finn Balor shit, kill it. No more.
Unless he has a group. It's good with a group.
Just say Prince Devitt from now on, because they're already kind of using the Prince thing anyway, and Prince Balor doesn't make sense. So just Prince Devitt, call it a day, and turn him 100% heel, because I don't even know what he is now. Like, is he heel? Is he babyface? Regardless,
he looked like he was going to shake hands and start a new group or something. I was like, what's going on?
It's like, it was a great match. Nothing too spectacular. Good performance by both men. I just wish I didn't see Kyle O'Reilly as third tier.
Are you going to use your famous line here? Was it a wrestling clinic?
It wasn't. No, because Finn Balor doesn't do wrestling clinics. He never has. Okay. Kyle O'Reilly can. It all depends on who he's facing. Yeah. He can pull it off, and I'm not going to say Finn Balor can't. I just don't remember seeing a match where Finn Balor actually did that. His is more like spectacular type of matches.
Yeah.
A spectacle. There we go.
And like no face paint or nothing. Like, come on, that you took that away.
But that's what he was. But that's what he was doing in Japan. He only used body paint
title matches in
Japan twice. That's
really?
He only did it twice. So I think like twice. It had to have been. Well, I know it was no more than 5, but there's only 2 times I can remember, and he didn't use it that much, which is good because WWE used it every pay-per-view. He was gonna have it. Every pay-per-view he was gonna be the demon, and it kind of took away from the mystique of the character, and then calling it the demon. Yeah. It was, but still, I think that they I don't know. I don't really. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. Not his character right now. He doesn't need it. If he was a babyface, I guess, then cool.
Oh, but to get his bad on, yeah.
Yeah, but as a heel, there's no need for it because it wouldn't make sense. It's like the heel hulks up, and now he's even a bigger heel. Like what? He's super heel now? Like nah, it doesn't work like that. I don't think for him anyway. But no, it
Well,
was a good match. That's
side note, I know you tweeted this out. I think a year or two ago, how they're gonna bury Keith Lee. I feel like they're pushing him, and they might bury him. I think moving him into the main roster was too soon, but hopefully he does go heel so he can really do damage. But like, yeah, something like that, like someone like Keith Lee is kind of like what you're talking about. Like they could do that with him, make him heel, and then he could do anything. I mean, that would be the smartest thing to do. I mean, making him
it
nice.
would be. I just don't like how he lost the match, rolled out the ring, and Goldberg. Like, damn, man, like
Yo,
y'all just make him an
yo,
afterthought. Like,
yeah. Well, no. They said there's actual plans for him the fuck him and McIntyre and Lesnar at WrestleMania. Apparently that's a plan. So that's a rumored plan. But you
we'll
got to admit
see.
though, you got to admit though. I know we're getting off track a second, but you got to admit that confrontation was great. Fighting you is like fighting my dad, and he shoved him. I was like,
And then he
what?
shoved him, and Raw went off. And all he
No.
did was
If you
it
go on
showed it. He
Hulu,
got
if you
up.
go on
Yeah, he
and
headbutted
headbutt
him
him,
a little
yeah.
bit. But it was
That
just
that was
like,
great.
eh.
That was great. That was great. We needed that. But we needed that. That was a nice little,
But no,
just
that
a
was still
little.
bad that it went off. When like
Oh
he
yeah,
pushed
yeah.
him, like, oh, they killed him.
Yeah,
No,
I had to go to
no.
the Hulu version that wasn't recorded, and I'm like, oh, and he got at me like, I was like, no, come on. But yeah,
Yeah, they can't do that. Like he should never pushed him.
okay. So
And if
Johnny Gargano, we can talk about that on another time because I know you said you got somewhere you got to
um,
be, you in high demand.
all right, um, it's good to have him in a group. It's good that he was finally able to defend the damn championship.
But
I'm
is this
happy
group
about
even
that.
good? But is this group even
Yes,
good?
why would okay, yes. And I'm gonna say the reason why Austin Theory is a good name. People know who he is. Having his
And he looks
wife in
great.
there is cool because
Yeah.
they're actually together and they actually do great vignettes together. Like the stuff they were doing when they had I forgot the girl's name who got her knees blown out all the time. Shoot, what was her name? I
Yeah.
forgot her name.
Oh, it's
Damn,
right there.
they
Why'd
did
you do that? Mm.
she has the Wonder Woman gimmick. Oh damn, y'all gonna kill me, but it's fine. Uh, it's
Rosalie.
not
No.
Rosa. No, no, it's not that. It's damn, what is her name?
Why'd you do that? People are probably
Um,
listening to this, right? When they listen to this, they'll be like, this
um,
person, come on.
damn it, I wish I remembered her name.
You Googling it? You're getting old, man. This is why I took
God, that is
notes.
bad. But she wasn't in it, so I didn't have a reason to remember her name.
But yeah, like to me, I mean, Candace is okay. I don't like when she gets too gimmicky, too talky.
She's
She's
one of the
more.
toughest women in wrestling, point
No, I
blank,
know she
period.
gets. I know, and she should have better matches, and she should lose less.
She
But the
she
problem,
does. I mean, any woman that can take thumbtacks to the mouth and get super kicked and busted open, thumbs up from me.
yeah, she. I mean, Johnny Gargano too. I think like, I think
Tegan
he needs it.
Knox,
He
that's her
needs it.
name.
Oh yeah. Yeah, some girl on Twitter was like, "Oh my god, she's gonna be amazing. She's gonna be a future superstar." I'm like, she gets into it too much. She's gonna get jobbed down. They're gonna let her go, and she got hurt again, again. But that's the thing though. I think with Johnny Gargano, I think he needs to trim that beard, do something. I actually know somebody who used to wrestle on the Indies with him. He said, "Yeah, he's pretty good." He actually kind of looks like him too. He's like, everybody calls me Johnny Gargano when they see me. I was like, "Yeah, you look like him." But he needs a new look. He needs a new look. He needs to get in the ring. He needs to be more serious because he could do his matches with Ciampa are classic. I mean, brutal as hell, classic. They can wrestle every time, and you can never get tired of it. Uh, it's just he's not doing that. He's talking too much, and Johnny Sameface is just I don't know. I think he should be like the Roderick Strong or Kyle O'Reilly of a group. I really do. I don't think he should be the leader. I mean, it's not really. I mean, Austin Theory. I mean, should honestly take control, and he should be like a leader, not Gargano.
I don't know about all that. That sounds a bit much for me.
But Shotzi Blackfart, that's dumb. And that other guy, they wasted him. What's his name?
Who?
Kushida? Or who is
Kushida?
it? Is it Kushida? They're wasting
The
him.
Japanese?
Yeah, they're wasting
Yeah,
him.
they are.
Like
No, they
they're
are.
wasting
They
him.
are. They are.
They should put him. They
Um,
should they should put him with Xia Li. I mean, shit. Why not? I know we got a different
no, because
culture.
they
I
already got.
know. No,
We
it doesn't
already
matter
have.
though. You can have like a Yakuza type group that can actually wrestle, not
No,
just go
no, we're
choppy
not. That's
choppy.
racist. We ain't doing that.
Why? They're doing it now, dude. What do you think?
Not really. That's not a
Dude,
Yakuza
dude,
thing.
this is like Daredevil when that old Asian lady was kicking everybody's ass. That's an old Asian lady kicking
Not the
people's ass.
hand.
I don't know.
Not the hand.
Hand that spanks the booty. But so, what did you think as far as both
That's
shows
what
went?
I'm just
Like,
saying that the Marvel and no, actually Daredevil and the Ninja Turtles have a thing in common. They both fight in a ninja group with body parts for their names, fighting the hand and the foot.
in mouth, yeah.
Yep. So but yeah, so yeah, so what? Okay, my
Winner of the night.
let me ask, what is your
What?
overall grade? 1 out of 10 for NXT.
Uh, I would have to say a 7.
Damn, that's pretty low.
Yeah,
That's
I love the
average.
carrying cross. No, the carrying cross thing brings it. The carrying cross his match brings it to a 5. The Kyle O'Reilly match, I expected more out of the title match. I really did. They should have given the title to O'Reilly, even though they didn't give it to Ray Phoenix on AEW. A title should have changed hands. It's the first one of the thing. Start it with a bang. People don't expect it. Do that. It's becoming too predictable. So to me, it was kind of. I was kind of dozing during that championship match. I mean, the Phoenix match with what's his face was great. I mean, that they were all over the place, and I don't like Twinkle
Whoa, whoa,
Toes.
rate your show. Rate your don't talk
Okay,
about
okay,
mine,
okay.
man.
So what happened is I would say 7, 7.5 max, just for the fact that Karrion Cross should have been final one. The title match, the title should have changed hands. Rhea Ripley one was good. It didn't feel because you didn't have Thatcher wrestling. You had that piece of crap filler, dude. Put somebody we've never seen or put Bronson Reed in there. I mean, but they didn't, and that kind of just. I was thinking about it like, man, Dre's gonna even think too that. I mean, it could have been better. They could have done better. The match is a little bit shorter. Take a few moves out of Karrion Cross's match. Get rid of that little mixed tag match. You could have had a really good match there. Rhea Ripley's shorten that just a wee bit and have a title change. That would have given it like a 9.95. That would have made it so much better. But I just feel like I hope that's not the best of the year. I really because they've had shows where almost every match but one was good, and I was slightly disappointed. How about you at
Um,
AEW? Or no, you
so
NXT. What's your NXT grade?
no, no,
What do
no,
you?
no, no. Yeah, I'm not gonna do NXT. We just
Huh?
got to do our perspective shows, and I'll
Uh,
explain why I give. Now you give your show a 7.5 max, right?
Max.
I
Yeah.
give my show a strong 8.5. Now the reason why I say that is
I dropped my
one,
mic. Sorry.
they had no, that's cool. They had a good women's match, which I appreciate. They also had two backstage segments that created matches for the following week. That's
NXT
also
did.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, but you ain't say that for NXT though. They
Well, because it
also
wasn't
had
there, I
a world.
forgot. Sorry.
There you go. They had a star do a nonsense frog splash, which is cool. Um, and the world title match where they brought back, I'm using quotation marks, the Bullet Club. So that right there brings intrigue, interest,
And
and
Pop.
notoriety
Yeah.
to the show, and also have people invested to watch the following week, while also utilizing Sting to build up Darby Allin even more.
I have a feeling Sting's going to turn on him, but okay.
Doesn't
Um,
matter; it still builds to his star power.
That's a title he's never had, so that would be what he wants. But no, I could kind of agree. AEW, I think, as far as I mean, other except for like other than like botched moves and maybe certain people should have won. I like that they had the backstage stuff. I do like that, and that's I guess I actually had that written down here that they don't even in WrestleMania and stuff. WWE doesn't do that stuff anymore. That is stuff people want. That's something where you're getting a snack and you're like, wait, what? What I missed? And it gives you time to get to the TV, and it's like I mean, the only thing I don't like about AEW is that they're signing older people when they could get so many young people, and there's no one actual person saying no, 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 yes, yes, and it just feels all over the place. If it was a little more tighter, if they went over stuff a little bit more, they weren't so. And Cody Rhodes was gone because, dude, he's doing TV. He either wrestle or do TV. Okay, I mean, he looks out of shape. He botched a move in the beginning, and he lets people. And I listened to the Cornette's drive through, and even he said it. He said that he makes people look good, but then he beats them. Why are you going to make them look good like they're almost going to beat you, then you beat them? You're basically saying everybody's
Because
almost as good as you. That's just bad. That's bad. He
but
doesn't squash
it's
people.
making it. He's not supposed to. I don't think that's his thing. He doesn't want to do that. It's counter programming.
But see,
It's just
I
why
think
you keep
I honestly
downplaying the show I watch.
I honestly well we're both watching both of them now. But I honestly think that like I like Jericho on commentary, dude. Excalibur's got to go. He's a dumbass. He got all star gloss like oh wait what? Jericho was funny. He's a trash talker. He's good. Tony Schiavone kind of just I don't even know. Jim Ross, dude, he missed his cue. I wrote that down. He missed his cue for a commercial. We're gonna
Yo,
be back, budget.
you're
And
just
I'm
looking
like,
at botches.
no. Because WWE had it too. They still did those cheesy things, push a girl through the door that wasn't even locked and didn't even have a handle on it. They probably just like went, there, put her through that. Okay. I mean, put her through the stage, which everybody's done a million times. It's old. I'm just disappointed. AEW needs to be brighter. I'm not brighter. NXT needs to be brighter. It needs to have a. It's too dark. It's just. I mean, the arena's cool. The idea is cool, dude. You're in Florida. AEW's in Florida, and they have fans in the stands in the back for sound effect. Stop piping the sound through. I mean, come on. Make it brighter. Make it like it was when it was on TV.
NXT
Make it.
does have fans there.
No. AEW has people actual paying people in the stands in the back, separated where you don't see them.
I know.
Yeah, and it adds to real effect because when they chanted "This is awesome" to dumb shit, it was bad. But when they chanted it to the really good moves, it brought it. There's no real feeling "This is awesome" chants because the shit's piped through, and it's not Kevin Dunn, it's Triple H's people. So, and that's the whole thing about when Vince retires, Triple H is going to get rid of Kevin Dunn and put his own people in. Apparently, he doesn't like Kevin Dunn. So, but that's the thing though, and it's to me, I think honestly, you're right. I think AEW did better. I mean, you could pick things apart. NXT was good, but things AEW did is stuff WWE always did, and WWE didn't do it, and I felt kind of let down for a pay per view style show, you know. And stop with this host bullshit. He didn't host nothing. I'd rather see Loomis in the ring than standing there pointing. This is dumb. That was stupid. So,
Well,
but you
I'm
agree though that AEW did better. Okay.
I explained why. I mean, if the
Ah,
people in the comment section feel like I'm wrong, please let me know because I felt like I gave good details and reasonings of why I rated it the way I did. So, if you want to argue, by all means, I mean, I ain't got a problem with that.
hey,
At me.
I just checked in with my friend in hell, and it's not frozen over yet because I agreed with you, so that's pretty good. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't
Hmm.
brutal like I thought it would be. It was pretty good, and all right. Well, I know you're a hop, a skip, and a jump away from you know getting your cut on, so I'll end this here. Anybody who doesn't know Dre, which is probably very few that know me that know Dre, he has. Do you want to promote a show in case there's people?
I don't really listen, guys. If you want to see me sweat and be angry, just
What?
find my video of me eating those hot chips. And
Oh,
yeah,
you're doing that shit?
I already did it. It's on my channel.
Oh, by the way, you're gonna have to try a new one. Hers, we're coming out with a new hot chip. It's coming out soon. I mean, you
I'm
get
not.
hers chips.
I'm not.
You get hers chips
I
where you
did
are,
the
right?
Pocky. I did. No, we don't have that here.
We're getting hot chips and hot curls coming out. They're actually hot. I'll send you a picture of them.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, any other shows that's
Normal shows that I have on there. I'm playing a lot of Japanese exclusive games, Japanese wrestling games. I have a Japanese PlayStation 2, so I'm playing a lot of the Japanese wrestling games straight through, from start to finish, unlocking people, um, and then doing reviews of the game as well. This month, I am doing New Japan Pro Wrestling Token Retsuden 3. That was a PlayStation 1 game. So yeah, just stay tuned to my channel for that.
oh yeah, and you got PWR too. You're doing seasons now. Everything's pretty much set up, and anybody who you know who's into watching some of the shows because like I discussed with you before, sometimes people only watch their matches. You got new people in there or something. You doing something new with it this year?
It's more along the lines of a TV show, voiceovers, storylines, more cutscenes. It's more story driven of a show. And I still do the AEW. I still do Def Jam. I do the Women's Wrestling Revolution. Did I say AEW already? Yeah, a bunch of stuff, creation corners, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So, and this hopefully we could do this week to week. That'd be cool. I mean, this was kind of fun. You know, get a little perspective, both sides. Someone who just lived watching WWE, trying to watch something else, trying to, and then someone who like literally watches everything. I don't know where you get the time, but all right. Well, this is Frost saying thanks for listening. Hopefully, see you next week. Leave comments, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
All right, later, guys.
Faces.
Don't direct your attention to us. We hate all of you. I hate every one of you. Everyone who has a sign, everyone who has a kid, I hate every one of you.